I'm going ghost. Yeah, I'm going ghost. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's Elijahboyy. We're here. It's New Year's. And my TV on in the background with this terrible camera. But hey, you got to work with what you got. I'm hoping to get something better down the line. With this ring light. Look at me. Look at this screen. Ew. I got to work on this. Anyway, we're here. Happy New Year. Let's just get that out the way. It's New Year's Eve. This will be the last video for 2023 or last live stream too. Uh, Yesterday was AEW World's End. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop into it. Okay, I'm gonna give a live review because hindsight versus first impressions are usually two different things. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. That was a great show, Thaddeus. What up, man? Hope you're having a great day, enjoying your New Year's. Let's check out this show here. I wrote down some notes here. I wrote random things throughout the entire night, so we're just gonna see what I wrote. Uh, let's see here. All right, so of course, Zero Hour. I did watch Zero Hour while I was waiting. We had Willow Nightingale versus Chris I keep wanting to say Stratlander. It's Statlander. That was 13 minutes. Dang, I didn't know that match was that long. Willow beat Chris Statlander and apparently Stokely Hathaway. His name sounds like he's in the suburbs. He wants Chris to retain his services, apparently, but she's not interested. She threw a jacket at him, which I thought was a little overkill. I'm like, dude, chill. Like all he did was throw. You know what I mean? He just wanted to be your manager. I don't understand why you feel the need to just throw a jacket at him. Like, geez, like what? It was like random, but whatever. So Willow beat her. Then Kill Switch. I'm still a little iffy on that name. Kill Switch won by last eliminating Trent Beretta in the 20-man battle royale for a future AEW TNT championship match. Let's see who everyone else in the match. There was Serpentico, Dalton Castle, boys. I like him. Johnny TV, man, he has been done so dirty. I hope somebody got used. He's way too talented to be ignored like this. Lee Johnson, who I forgot still worked here. Angelo Parker, Alex Reynolds, John Silver, Kip Sabian, Brian Keith, Matt Menard, Christopher Daniels, Rocky Romero, Darius Martin, Action Andretti, the Blade, the Butcher, Lance Archer, Danhausen, he's a Fanhausen, and Trent Beretta, who betrayed Danhausen. Granted, it was every man for himself. They're going to be friends. They're going to be fine. Whatever. Anyway, Kill Switch won by last eliminating Trent Beretta, who made the very smart decision to eliminate his partner instead of getting rid of the bigger guy. But whatever. He wins the shot for the AEW TNT Championship, and of course, he signed his name on the contract before he cashed it in later. Anyway, let's move on. Hook versus Wheeler Yuta. FTW rules match for the FTW championship. Championship number 473. Here we go. So Hook defeated Wheeler Yuta, who kind of disrespected Taz, which I thought was pretty, random. And it's funny, no one else has done that. When you think about it, you think that would be the go-to if they want to get to Hook. But Hook defeats Wheeler Yuta as he should have. And that was the 0 hour. Anyway, moving on. The 8-man tag team match, because there's only one in this show. Blackpool Combat Club. Claudio Castagnoli, Brian Danielson teamed with Mark Briscoe and Daniel Garcia versus Brody King. Oh, where my dogs at? And Jay White, Switchblade Jay White, Jay Lethal as well, and Roosh. Not Rush, but it's Roosh. This match, let me see what I wrote, because I made some notes. I wrote random things for no reason, so let's see what I wrote. Brody King says the daddy magic. He ain't gonna do ish You a B. Shh, is what he said. Bro, he talked to him like he from the hood. I don't know what that was. That just came out of nowhere. Like, you ain't gonna do nothing. No, you ain't gonna do jack. You know, he was just in his face. Like, yo, why was he in his face so hardcore? It was pretty funny. All right, because I think Daniel Garcia costed him his points, I think. And I guess by association, he wanted to get in Daddy Magic's face, who showed restraint somehow. Because trust me, you mush me, whatever he did, I'd have show hopped on him, bro. Pause though. Anyway, Daniel Garcia's nose was bloody. It felt like he was kind of the focal point of this match when you think about it. The crowd responded to him quite loudly, but Garcia got the win. The crowd lost their minds, and he did the dance. Bryan Danielson kind of gave him a look and all this other stuff. I wonder if there's going to be something there in the future, but Daniel Garcia picked up the win for his team. Andrade El Idolo versus Miro. 14 minutes, 45 seconds. Miro defeated Andrade El Idolo with CJ Perry. Hint, hint. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, here's why I'm mad at Cage. That should have stayed with Adam Copeland, but here's why I don't like Cage. It's always about him. He's a hothead, and I just don't like Cage. I don't blame you. This whole thing has just been like, grar. But I'll get to that. Trust me. I'm gonna get to that. But yes. Okay, my notes I wrote, CJ Perry returns after Hell Scare. I saw that, by the way. Her finger looked like, I felt so bad for her in that regard. I really legit felt bad for her. It looked like it hurt. I can't imagine the pain she went through, but I'm glad she's doing all right. Miro and her argued throughout the match, which they did. Then out of nowhere, CJ Perry betrays Andrade. I was told Andrade's leaving AEW. Is that true? Is that 100% true? Like, is he out? I didn't get to look at the news like that. I don't know. I guess Andrade's exiting AEW. Anyways, Andrade tapped Miro, but he kicked out of Miro's finisher. So I thought, to me, that was kind of like I don't want to say a disrespectful way to end the match, but it's like, yeah, hit me with your best shot. Ugh. And then out of nowhere, he's just like, oh no. And then he taps out. To me, that's kind of a whack way to go. Like, what the freak? Like, dude, if I was on the way out, man, they better be glad I even showed up to work. You feel what I'm saying? Worst pay-per-view all year. Wasn't a bad show. It's just that AEW pay-per-views have been bangers, but this one was underwhelming. This is the first pay-per-view I bought since All In, if y'all remember. I didn't buy All Out. I didn't buy the other pay-per-view, Wrestle Dream, I think. Miro gets in every promo. Really, pretty much. What up, God Gamer? Yo, Christian. Oh, we're going to get to Christian and Adam Copeland, believe me. But let me keep going here. Riho versus Timeless Tony Storm. Shout out to whoever liked the stream. For those who liked the stream, I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. But Andrade is going back to WWE. Great. I respect MJF. I hope he does well if he goes to WWE. Facts, yo. Facts. Okay, so Riho versus Timeless Tony Storm. The crowd loved Tony way more than Riho, at least from what I saw. It looked like they cheered for Tony Storm way more than they cheered for Riho. Luther gets kicked out and the fans chanted, "Ref, you suck." I never thought the referee would get hate like that before. At Rick Knox. Dude, I made so many jokes about Rick Knox. You guys, I don't know if anyone ever catches it, but I always be like, I don't know. What did I say about Rick Knox? I said he looks like that assistant principal that nobody likes. Like he's always like, "Hey, don't run it in the halls." I don't know. I'm sure he's a nice guy. We're not gonna hurt Rick Knox verbally here. Riho body slammed or attempted to body slam Tony Storm, but she got her up. Was she trying to body slam her? Is it just me, or did it look very weird? Like, it's like she sort of went like this and then just dropped her down, but she's like really short, so she kind of like just gently, briskly, like world's strongest, slammed her down like a little bit. I don't know how it. I don't know if I'm the only one that saw that, but it was just like she could bear. Like she just. I don't know. I have nothing against Riho, but as a person, but I don't know, bro. I didn't realize how short she was until I looked at this. Well, I knew she was small, but Riho after that Tony Storm hits her with a wait, hold on. Tony got a dog. Riho has a Yu-Gi-Oh size card size of backside. No wonder the crowd swayed one way. That shouldn't have made me laugh, but that's pretty freaking funny. Bro, you wildin', man. Here we go. So she hits her with a pile driver, and she kicked out. Okay. Pile drivers are a finisher. I'm sorry. The match has to end after a pile driver. I am so tired of seeing people get dropped on their heads and they kick it. Riho took a pile driver. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Like, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one that feels like that. When I see a Canadian destroyer or a pile driver, I'm like, that should end the match. I'm sorry. I can't see it as just a regular. It just got under my skin. But anyways, Tony won the match, and I wrote, thank goodness. And then, so after she wins, Mariah May, who's making her debut on Dynamite this coming Wednesday, she threw rose petals. How nice was that? Chin up and watch for the shoe. Anyway, I don't know. I would have said the other thing, but I don't know where my limits are yet on screen. Anyway, okay. Why did I write this? I put, where are the women at in the crowd? Why did I write that? What? I must have been sleepy, bro. I don't know why I said where's the women at in the crowd. I did see women in the crowd. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I was just sleepy or being goofy. I don't know. Dustin hits Canadian Destroyers in his 50s. It should be a finish. Facts. Because think about it, bro. If I had to take a Canadian Destroyer, like out of the blue, out of straight, wow, like on my head, bro, like it's over. It should be over. I'm still tripping. Why did I write, where's the women in the crowd? I'm sure there was women in the crowd. Was I the only one? Like, I saw women. Y'all saw women in the crowd. I don't know why I wrote that. Unless I was talking about something else. I don't know. I was punching the air and yelling, F this. Oh, I'm going to get to that. Trust me, we're getting there. Next match, Swerve Strickland versus Dustin Rhodes. Okay, so Keith Lee wasn't medically cleared. Hope he's okay. Which is true. I hope he's okay. So I wrote this in my notes. Meanwhile, yeah. Okay, so Keith Lee wasn't medically clear. Hope he's okay. Swerve attacks him and then hits him with a cinder block. And of course, that's where the match ended. Now, moving on. 8-man tag. Just kidding. The match did not end there. It kept going. How long did that match go for? Let me see. 9 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Because if I had my foot put through cinder blocks, I would be able to go toe to toe with the best of them. So I wrote Swerve attacks, then hits him with a cinder block. They let Dustin compete. What? I said they let Dustin Rhodes compete. What? I said Dustin Rhodes compete. What? Like Dustin? What? You know what I'm saying? So the crowd cheered Swerve way more. Dude, I kind of felt bad for Dustin in that moment. Imagine something horrible happens to you and people are just cheering on the person that did it to you. Bro, he's supposed to be the good guy in the scenario, and the crowd's like, yeah, one more time, or whatever it was. So after the match begins, this match went on very, very long. It shouldn't have went as long as it did. 1 minute would have been enough. Let's be honest. It blows my mind. So Dustin flips him off, spits in his face. Match low key dragged. Fans are chanting one more time for Swerve to hit the injured Dustin Rhodes. Swerve wins finally. I wrote. And plus the crowd dances along after Dustin Rhodes has been literally castrated on live pay-per-view for the world to see. I have to give a lot of credit to Swerve Strickland. He will one day be AEW champion in the near future in 2024. That's my prediction. I hope it does happen. Let's see. Last Sunday at church, my pastor mentioned people without fathers and Christian's theme started playing. Hey, hide your fathers when Christians has anything to say about it. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, we did have another 8-man tag. I was completely wrong earlier. Why? The Continental Classic match? Did we really need to? Did we really need that match? Like, can we be real? But it's AEW. We got to roll with the punches here. I think at this was this. I think I was at this point where I started to get sleepy. I wrote that in my notes because I don't know why I get sleepy during these shows. I shouldn't. It wasn't even 10 o'clock yet, but I mean, I had a good night's sleep before. I don't get why when I watch AEW pay-per-views, I dread, like, oh, I gotta stay up. Oh God, how long is this gonna do? Is this match over yet? Anyways, so we have Chris Jericho. Oh, Chris Jericho. Oh, my bad. Les Sex Gods. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks, Big Bill, and the Don Callis families, Konosuke Takeshita, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Will Sammy ever leave Jericho? Like, will it ever happen? These guys have been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It will never end. It will never end. They will never break up. I don't understand, but whatever. Moving on. Okay. The match starts. What did I write here? So Sammy and Chris Jericho. Excuse me. Sammy tries to tell Konosuke that he doesn't need Don Callis. How convenient. Him telling somebody that they don't need somebody. Boy, I wish some. Boy, let me tell you. Hey, Sammy, you don't need Jericho. What more can he teach him? What more can Chris Jericho teach Sammy? They've been together like it's like a marriage at this point. Like, what in the world? Adam Cole versus Adam Page versus Adam Cole. Oh wait, I got you. Adam Cole versus Adam Page versus Adam Copeland. Roderick Strong commentary. Book it, Tony. That would sell a pay-per-view. I'd buy that. Oh man, here we go. So after that, wow, all I wrote was Team Jericho wins. Yep. Moving on. Julia Hart versus Abaddon for the AEW TBS Championship. I keep forgetting that title exists. I know I say that in so many videos, but I legit always forget that title exists. Is that a good thing? My memory is usually not that bad. But boy, I keep forgetting this title exists. Oh, here's where I wrote, I'm starting to get sleepy, and it's not because of the girls. It was just legit. I was getting tired. Like, the show was wearing me down. I don't know why. Sky Blue helped Julia pin Abaddon. We all love Sky Blue, don't we? Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Okay, sorry. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. Here we go. I did not need to sing that song. Now we get to the match God Gamer mentioned earlier. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland. Yep. We're getting to it. Hashtag justice for Adam Copeland. You know what I'm saying? You know what? 1 second. Yeah, we're okay. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. Okay. I meant to wear this at the beginning. I wrote some notes. How many notes did I write? Okay, here we go. This is a no disqualification match, aka a regular singles match in AEW for the AEW TNT Championship. Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage with Shayna Wayne and the Prodigy Nick Wayne. 25 minutes bell to bell. Christian Cage, let's see, what did I write here? Adam attacks him on the stage. They fight through the crowd. Adam ragdolls Nick Wayne, throws him against the wall. I go, that was funny. The way he just flung him was like amazing. He dove off of a rail onto Christian. It's amazing at people at their age, bro. It's like incredible to me. Um, he dives off a rail. Okay, Adam was enjoying himself the whole time. He smiled throughout the match, which he mostly did. Um, the fans chanted, "You still got it," like he hasn't really been wrestling like that. Um, it's kind of a weird thing to chant. He's been active for how many years now? Like he came back in 2020. I don't, but whatever. He pulls out the steel rod. I also wrote Mother Wayne, Shayna Wayne looks like a blonde Gemma from Sons of Anarchy. Uh, Adam powerbombs Nick Wayne, missed the table. Him landing on his neck scared me a little bit. It did, bro. I was terrified because he like they lit the table on fire, right? Which is already crazy enough. And when he like tried to power bomb him onto the table, completely missed the table. The table didn't even break, yo. I felt bad for Nick Wayne in that moment. I'm like, yo, I hope his neck is okay. Like, oof. Adam hits the kill switch on Christian Cage and wins the TNT title. Right? So he wins. The crowd is happy for him. They're like, finally, someone put Christian Cage in his place. Then it happened. Kill Switch, formerly known as Luchasaurus, comes out. And he's about to challenge for the title. Right? Wrong. He didn't sign his name on the contract. Okay. Okay, here's my problem. This man wins the Battle Royal. He won the Battle Royal, right? You would think him winning the Battle Royal, once you win it, he was given the contract. You mean to tell me he spent hours on this show? This show's been going on for a few hours now, and he didn't sign his name on the contract? Because that's what a normal person would do, right? And, come on, bro. Like this whole thing has just been so over. I was so angry. I don't even have the energy like I did yesterday for the anger, but I was very, very angry at that. This is some Vince McMahon stuff. I'm sorry. This is post 2008 Vince McMahon thinking here. Like, I don't understand why they even went that way. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Like, anyway, so I thought this was the moment where Luchasaurus was gonna drop Christian Cage. After Christian told him to hand him the contract, I thought he was gonna take his face and just drive it into the mat and all this other stuff. But he didn't do that. He Christian whispered in his ear, "It's free real estate," and he gives the contract to Christian, who signs it because apparently, Luchasaurus didn't have a pen all night, so he gives it to Christian, and Christian ends up winning the title back, completely killing the vibe of the crowd, and they were just like, "Ooh," and they, yeah. Let's move on from that just disaster. I don't know. Eddie Kingston versus John. Oh, my bad. Eddie Kingston, the Continental Classic Finals. Eddie Kingston versus John Moxley. A slobber knocker. They traded punches. Boy, this might have been my favorite match of the night, me personally. They were going in on each other. They were trading punches. They targeted each other's limbs. A lot of story between these two. Mox went after the neck, chest, and all that on Eddie. Eddie went after Mox's bicep, really his knee. They traded slaps. They were slapping each other like crazy. They would just pimp slap each other. You know what I'm saying? Like all this other stuff. And I'm like, yo, golly, bro, they going back and forth. And he knocked out John cold, bro. He's straight. Pang. Like, I was like, dang, he needs some milk. Like, all over the place, right? So he beats John 1, 2, 3 to the shock of many. Eddie overcame Claudio, Bryan Danielson, and Moxley. And Bryan, after all that time calling him a bum, well, the bum won the Continental Classic. The most confusing tournament, but hey, at least we got some matches out of it, so there's a plus. The crowd loved Eddie. Obviously, it was basically his home state there. So that's basically what happened. Moxley and him shared a hug, and Bryan somewhat gave him credit after on commentary. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Woo! Maxwell Jacob Freeman defends against Samoa Joe. Right? So, a lot happened in this part of the show. The most depressing part of the show, if you really think about it. New York people, New Jersey people, and all talked about MJF in the entrance video. The lady was the one who stole the show from me. She was talking about how great Maxwell was and how he, essentially bleep, and then he also bleep, bend me over, bleep, bleep, and holes I didn't even know I had. Bleep, and I'm like, what the? This lady a freak. This lady a whole freak, and she just let the whole world know. I mean, man, MJF, he was showing her who was all elite in that bedroom. Boy was laying it down. You feel what I'm saying? He was giving her that old heave ho. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop, bro. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm done. Okay, moving on. Sorry, I had a little more fun with that than I should have. Anyways, after MJF does his intro, Adam Cole returned and to manage him. It was fun seeing him. I was like, oh wow, it's Adam Cole, baby. The crowd was lit throughout, obviously, because it was MJF that woke them up. You feel what I'm saying? When the ref got knocked down, MJF smiled in the camera. It was a great shot. Like, as soon as he saw that the ref was out, he was like, like, well, he probably didn't look like that, but you know what I'm saying. MJF immediately hit low blows, hit the Herculean move. I forgot what it was called. It looks like an F5, basically. I don't know. But MJF called for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. However, Adam has trouble looking for it. Then Samoa Joe ends up putting him in the rear naked choke. They do the Hogan thing. And usually in wrestling, when someone has somebody in a submission hold, the babyface is just like, and the ref goes, 1, 2. And usually in any other match, they'd be like, right? But that didn't happen this time. He lifted his arm up, and MJF went out to the shock of many in the crowd. MJF wasn't able to retain, and Joe becomes the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, ending the 406-day reign of our scumbag. A moment of silence for MJF. Okay, skip it. Okay, anyway, moving on. So after that happened, Adam Cole was giving MJF a pep talk, like, "Hey man, you did all you could. You fought with everything you had, Betty, but old pal of mine." And then the Devil's Goon showed up, and it was horrifying. Both men are injured; they can't go. You know what I'm saying? And then first they grab Adam Cole, and I'm like, "Oh no!" And then the main dude, I guess he was the leader of that little area. He picks up the chair, right? He looks at MJF. He looks at Adam. He looks at MJF. He looks at Adam. And guys, I am just watching with bated breath. I'm like, oh man. Because at first I thought it could have been Adam. But then when they grabbed him, I was like, oh, maybe it's not Adam. Who is it? And I also thought it had to be Roderick Strong. It had to be Roderick, right? I was sort of right. I just wasn't right about who the main guy was. But the lights go out, right? Lights go out. Boom. Everybody's like, whoa, what's going on here? Why is the lights out? Then, first thing we see, Adam was sitting in the chair with the goons surrounding him. MJF looking on, fully depressed, realizing that his bestest friend in the world was the devil that's been attacking him and everyone around AEW for months. It was horrible. It was like when, Scar killed Mufasa, boy. You remember that? Long live the king. Sent him flying. Craziest betrayal, man. Everybody named Mama. 70% of the crowd was disappointed. The other 30% were like, I don't know. People have been going back and forth on whether or not this was a good idea. Should it have been Adam Cole? Should it have been somebody else? But I guess it's the only thing they could do. But in hindsight, looking back on it, this pay-per-view was rough. I ain't gonna lie. It was hard to watch. Don't know where they're gonna go from here. Apparently, MJF is taking time off. I'm like, all right. It'll probably be a while. I don't know if this will be addressed on Dynamite, but it is what it is. Did I have fun watching this show? Only when I film videos for y'all, to be honest with you. I was half and half on it. There were certain things I liked, certain things I hated, but it wasn't the worst Saturday I ever had. So I'll give them my 8. I ain't gonna give them some star ratings. I don't know. It was a crazy night, but I did enjoy. I think I said it. Eddie versus Mox was probably my favorite match of the night. But man, Adam Cole being revealed, that was, I don't know, man. So you guys got to let me know. What do you think? So did y'all enjoy the show? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was there some things you loved, some things you didn't like? Are you okay with Adam Cole being revealed as the devil? Was it good? Was it bad? Or were you half and half towards it? So let me know in the comments down below. But Happy New Year, y'all. That was the last video. This is the last thing you'll see of me this year. Please like, subscribe. Starting a membership club soon. Won't be too expensive. It'll be easy. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support your boy, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to do so. You don't have to, but I'll greatly appreciate it. I will let y'all know when the membership club is ready and prepared. I'll try to make sure y'all get some good perks. You feel what I'm saying? But because of y'all support, it's changing a lot in my life, and I thank God for each and every one of y'all. Whether you liked the video, you shared it, you disliked it, you put me down in the comments, or you lift me up in the comments. I'm just glad y'all care enough to do so. Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed these. I'm going to try to make these reviews more often. Maybe on Thursday you'll see a Raw and Dynamite review, and on Sundays I'll try to give SmackDown and Collision a type of review, which is the goal here. Like I said, I'll let y'all know more about the membership club thing soon. So Happy New Year's. I'll see y'all next time. We out this month. Please follow me on the descriptions, and you feel what I'm saying. I'm out. Yeah, we out this month. Let me go ahead and throw up the E squad. I'm still coming up with it. I don't know if I should. I can't come up with a symbol yet. Whatever. We'll do 7. How about that? I don't know why. I'm just gonna throw up the 7.